Hey guys, it's been a while. Sorry about that. I know I should have made this video earlier, but I was doing a lot of things lately. New experiences, new challenges, new adventures. That's why it took me so long to make this video. But no excuses, that was my bad. I should have organized myself better. But anyways, I'm here now to keep my commitment. Now let me tell you guys, a lot of things have changed in my life. First of all, I became a digital nomad. Yep, I'm a digital nomad now. Pretty much my whole life, I had been living in the same town, in the same city, in the same region, and that had good things and bad things. The good thing is, I was living in a very focused mode, very routine based. My schedule was very strict, like I do this at this time, then I do that at that time, and so on. That really helped in my career. I'm a software developer, so my day-to-day life was very structured around working, learning, studying new things. Also, I was able to save a lot of money because I'm from a cheap city, from a poor neighbor, and yeah, so living there is really, really cheap, and in my neighbor, even more. But the bad thing is I was starting to feel kind of stuck, not professionally or money-wise. I mean, personally, I don't know, living in the same place, doing the same things, being around the same people. Because professionally, it was going great. I was happy about it. But at the same time, I was not really happy in a more personal way. My personal development, my social skills, especially my social skills, I felt like they were really, really below the standards of a person I want to be. And I was just making excuses. I was not making new friends. I was not meeting new people. So I had this idea in my mind for a long time to go somewhere else and starting from scratch. But I was telling myself, oh, I can't waste my time meeting new people. I can't waste my time and money moving somewhere else. I will break my routine. Mm, excuses. Well, it's kind of true, but honestly, it's worth it. It's worth it, 100%. So I just stopped making those excuses, man. Because at the end of the day, the most important thing in this world is people. Yeah, it's people. Not just about saving money, not just about learning hard skills or technical knowledge. No, it's people. Imagine being a guy with just technical knowledge or hard skills, but not being able to connect with people, not being able to build relationships or communicate your ideas or sell yourself. That was me. And that's a really bad thing because that's mean you're not a complete person. You are not a well-rounded person. I heard one time people are doors to everything. And honestly, I think that's true. Because everything you want to achieve in life goes through people somehow. If you want relationships, friendships, opportunities, work, business, anything, people are involved. We are social animals at the end of the day. We are not snakes that can just live alone forever. I know there are people who pretend to live like that, like lonely people who hate others and all that shit. But I don't know. I don't think that's really in our nature. Human beings have been social animals since the beginning. Of course, there are introvert people and extrovert people. Even I consider myself an introvert. But being introvert doesn't mean at all that you don't need spending time with others, having interactions, having connection with people. For me, introversion and extroversion doesn't mean opposite things. For me, are different levels of social needs. Extroverted people need a lot of social interaction. Maybe going out all the time, going to parties, being constantly around people. Introvert people also need social interaction, but just in a smaller amounts. Sometimes just having a good conversation with someone can already feel enough. It's kind of like the thing people say about social battery, that extroverted people recharge their energy by going out, interacting with lots of people, being in social environments. Meanwhile, introverted people spend energy during long social interactions. And that's true. I know that firsthand. For example, I have a really good Moldovan friend, yeah, from the great Eastern Europe, and he is one of the most extroverted person I know. He really enjoys constantly going out, going to parties, talking to lots of people, and after all that, he feels even more energized, like he wants even more. And the other hand, me, I also enjoy socializing, but after too much interaction, I start feeling tired. I need silence. I need time alone, time to rest my mind. And then later, I feel ready to socialize again. And it's not just that I want to socialize, I really think it's a necessity to have a fulfilling life. And I know that because in the last few years, maybe in the last 5 years, I've been a very lonely person. I mean, from time to time I would meet some friends maybe to go out somewhere or to play football, but it could be just once a week or 2 weeks. The rest of the time I was just by myself doing my things. And I'm not complaining about it because I feel like it was worth it. Sometimes that's what you have to do. Focus, work hard. That's how I got out of the poverty. Money may not give you happiness intrinsically, but it gives you freedom. And now that I'm making good money and I'm in a completely different position from what I was when I started, I realized that I was missing that human side of life, spending time with people, having good conversation, connecting, building relationships. That feeling of two or more people exchanging ideas, emotions, energy, it's such a beautiful feeling. It feels like it massages your brain, your soul. And sure, eventually you can get tired of it, and that's okay. That's completely normal. It's like anything else in life that you could love. Playing sports, driving, reading. If you do it for hours, you get tired of it, and that's okay. You go to rest, you recharge, and another day you do it again. But completely restricting yourself from social interaction, man, that's such a shitty way to live. So that's why I started this digital nomad journey, this digital nomad adventure. I'm putting myself in new places where I don't know anybody, where I don't know the food, I don't know anything. It's like all the things you used to do it automatically, like, I don't know, where to buy the food, where to buy your things, a pharmacy, if you had a specific doctor, the restaurants you like, the places you enjoy going to, pretty much how everything works, you suddenly have to figure it out again in a new place. So in that sense was a bit challenging for me because I was very used to my all life. I had my routine, my same small circle of friends. But to be honest, I don't want to sound cocky or like an asshole. I just felt like we didn't really share the same interests, the way of seeing life or the same path. We just didn't really match. And that's okay. Maybe someone can feel the same way about me, and that's completely fine. So I just wanted to meet new people. Some people could tell me, you could do that in your own city. And that's 100% true. But what can I say? I was just tired of my city. To be fair, my city is not exactly the most beautiful place in the world. And apart from that, some personal things happened lately. Let's summarize it as a broken heart. It was more complex than that, but let's just leave it like that. The only thing I wanted was get out of this city, to go somewhere else, trying to find cool, interesting people. So yeah, I started by moving to the capital of my country, which is Lima. I'm from Peru, by the way. I was living there for some time. And let me tell you guys, before that, Lima was not my favorite city. Well, I have never lived there before, but of course I have visited many times because it's the capital of my country. And I always felt it like it was too chaotic. And kind of yes, but now that I was actually living there and well, staying in a nice area, it was not bad, huh? It was not bad. Now I'm seriously considering making Lima my home base after this journey. Yeah, it would be nice. I was in the Costa Verde or Green Coast after work around 5 or 6, going for a run, riding a bike there with those beautiful ocean views. Bro, was great. But yeah, that's something I'm still thinking about it. It would be nice. After Lima, I moved to Santiago de Chile. Santiago, it's a really beautiful city. I met cool people there, especially my good Moldovan friend. It's kind of crazy that in Santiago, my closest friend ended up being a Moldovan guy who doesn't even speak Spanish. If you guys don't know where Moldova is, it's a small country near Russia between Ukraine and Romania, a population of 3 million people, and their flag looks like the Romanian flag, but with a coat of arms in the middle. But yeah, Santiago was cool. I was doing a lot of things there. I was going out pretty much every day. It has these hills inside of the city that you can go up and watch the sunset, feel close to nature. Really, really beautiful city. By the way, at the top of San Cristobal Hill, there is a very friendly cat that lives there. He's super cute. Another good thing is the city was very clean and organized. The metro works great and the traffic is pretty good. I have to admit that the traffic works better than in Lima. After Santiago, I moved to Buenos Aires, which is where I'm living now, in Puerto Madero to be more specific. And let me tell you guys, it's been great so far. The people is super cool. I love Argentinians. They are super friendly, super nice, super warm. So cool. A lot of times here, I started talking with completely random people, and we ended up chatting for hours about everything. They even let me try their own mate. It felt like we had been friends for years. Really cool. By the way, everyone drinks mate here all the time. It's crazy. But yeah, I've been meeting a lot of people here, doing a lot of things. I went to a metal concert, bro. The people at those concerts are crazy, crazy and intense. They really, really enjoy the concert. And without drugs, huh? Without drugs. That's great. That's good. That's good. Great for them. I went to rugby matches, football matches. I saw the Boca Juniors lose in their own stadium while basically the 100% of the people were supporting them. But it was a good match. It was a good match. 3-2, 5 goals in total, extra time. There were penalties, red cards. It was intense. It was intense. I went all the way to the River de la Plata, crossing the entire ecological reserve. I've been running every week with some Russian friends I made here. I also met some Indian friends. I met a guy of my same age here in the building. He has his own company. He's making a lot of money. And he's a very nice guy, very nice. I feel really inspired. Overall, it's been a really great experience. Of course, not everything is amazing all the time, not everything was cool. There are moments when you just feel super far from home, like this nostalgia suddenly hits you. And also, sometimes you feel a bit tired of constantly traveling and moving around. There were days when I just felt like, fuck it, I just want to go home. But it's just part of the process. I want to evolve, grow, become a more complete person. And change or improvement, they're not always comfortable. But, anyways, I will still have good times, bad times. That's just how life is. And by the way, guys, I recently created an Instagram account because now that I'm meeting new people, I think it's useful to connect. I never been a very social media guy, but I think now it's useful and kind of cool because you can share some nice pictures there and also to build more an online presence. So I leave my Instagram below in case you want to follow me or talk to me. And stay tuned, I'll try to upload the next video sooner. And I hope YouTube is not shadow banning me now for not uploading videos for some time. Well, that's all for now. I love you so much, guys, and see you in the next video.